What's up, everybody? Welcome to John's Daily Hustle. You guys want to see an idiot unload the bed of his truck full of leaves the wrong way? So if you guys got to watch yesterday's video, it's the video on one of the big leaf cleanups I did. It was the first leaf cleanup I did of the season of 2021. You guys got to see all the mistakes that I made, including how I unloaded the leaves from the bed of my truck. And man, did I mess up and do that wrong. So here is the full version of me unloading the bed of my truck. You guys will get to see the pain in the ass that it was and all the mistakes I made. So just remember that I didn't sleep at all. This was 7 o'clock in the morning. I didn't sleep at all the night before. I wasn't quite thinking. And I had lost my safety glasses at the job the day before. I didn't have my headphones once again. I forgot them. And I just wasn't thinking right. As well as that job yesterday wasn't supposed to be as big of a job as it turned out to be. So I wasn't planning on having that many leaves in the bed of the truck to begin with. That's why I don't have my bed unloader. So before you guys comment, I really need a bed unloader. Trust me, I have one. So check this out and try not to beat me up too bad in the comments, but you guys will get to see how much of an idiot I was. Alright, so starting right off the bat, as you guys can see, I threw a pallet down on top of the tarp to keep the leaves in because I had to drive about 15 minutes, 20 minutes down the road from my house to the dump. So I didn't want the leaves blowing everywhere like I had done once before in the past. I didn't want them blowing everywhere and possibly make a mess or get pulled over or anything like that. But anyways, I had to put the pallet on top because obviously the leaves were stacked so high I couldn't put a bungee cord or anything down below it. Now this is a 6.5 foot bed on my truck. And as you can see, it is packed all the way. And these leaves were pretty wet, as you guys will see here. They had dried out a bit for the most part, but they were still pretty damn wet. You guys will see. Right here, you're going to see how much weight they are. As you can see right there, I'm trying to unload, or I'm trying to open the tailgate, and there was so much weight on it as I look back at the camera there and smile. There was so much weight on it that it wouldn't even open that easy. So I had to forcefully open the bed of my truck. But there's a lot of leaves here. And right now I'm getting back inside my truck because I'm grabbing my other phone and I'm taking a picture of it, as you guys will see on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at John's Daily Hustle if you haven't already. But I thought it was pretty funny because they were pretty full, like I said. I mean, it was just, there was a lot more leaves at both of those jobs than I anticipated and what I had originally planned, as well as I had to clean the gutters out, and the gutters were full of a lot of leaves. So that wasn't originally part of the plan. That was a lack of communication out of the property management company that I'd worked for. But anyways, I was really wishing I had my truck bed unloader with me because I would have already been done and gone out of this place by now before I even had time to set my camera up to record this. It really makes a big difference. But from now on, I promise you my truck bed unloader will always be on my truck. Even if I think it's going to be a small job, it's going to be on the bed of the truck. So as you guys saw there just a few minutes ago, I was trying to rake the leaves out just to see how easy they would rake out, and it became a lot of work. So I got my leaf blower here, and this is one of the other mistakes I made. This is where I learned that I had lost my safety glasses at the job before. So as you guys can imagine, here in just a few minutes you'll see when the wind really blows back against me, I got a bunch of leaves all in my arm, and you can see right there. So here I'm trying to literally hold the backpack blower with one hand, operate it, and move it to where I could blow leaves out of the bed of the truck. And right there you can see some of the leaves starting to blow back at me. Now these leaves, like I said, they're pretty damp. There's a lot of dry ones in there, but there's still a good bit of damp leaves and pretty soaked wet leaves as well on the bottom of it. So it wasn't quite an easy blowout as I thought it was going to be. But it was less work blowing them out than it was raking. However, I seemed to get more out raking, if that makes any sense. Now right there you guys can see, you guys probably need to wear safety glasses watching this, all the leaves blowing back against the camera. But this turned into a pain in the butt. I did speed this video clip up ×2 just to where it's not completely boring for you guys and we can move along with it to where it's not a 20-minute video. But the exact time I was here at the dump trying to unload was 18 and 30 seconds. 18 minutes and 30 seconds long is how long it took me to unload this. If I had my truck bed unloader, I would have been gone in about 2 minutes tops. So you guys might have seen me set the blower tube down with the throttle full and actually use my hand to push it in front of the blower. Basically what I was doing there is I wanted to see if I left the blower sitting in the bed of the truck running, if I could take my rake and use the rake on top of the blower, maybe that would help blow more debris out. But it was just too wet, it really didn't make that much of a difference. I was also afraid of setting the blower into the bed of the truck because there still was a good bit of dry leaves in the bed of the truck, and as you guys know, those exhausts on the blowers get hot, as well as I didn't want to start a fire. plus the fact that I also didn't want the blower sucking up a bunch of leaves. But man, did it actually suck up a bunch of leaves. You guys will see in a later video when I service my blower before the season gets started. I sucked up a good bit of leaf debris here, so we'll have to clean it out pretty well. But as you guys can see there, I did make quite a lot of progress. I mean, we're about halfway done, and really the bottom part's a lot of the wet, thick leaves. As you guys can see, there was bungee cords down in there. So I decided to go ahead and get in the bed of the truck and try to rake out more of it if I could. Maybe it'd be easier, because as you guys can see, those leaves are not blowing that easy now. This is the bottom half of the truck where it's really saturated and really wet, really thick, really heavy. You wouldn't believe it, or you wouldn't think about it being that heavy because it's just leaves. But man, they hold a lot of water, a lot of moisture, and it adds up weight fast. And as you guys can see, I'm already worn out. I'm already worn out from using the rake, so I went back to the blower. I figured I'd rather get covered in leaf dust and get leaf dust in my eyes than to actually kill my back raking it out. Now again, before you guys make fun of me and you guys are thinking, oh, this guy's a little baby. Again, I was worn out from the job the day before this, as well as I'm rushing the rain. You guys can see it's very overcast and cloudy. I knew it was going to rain, and I knew cleaning these leaves would become even harder trying to do if I didn't get them out soon enough. And then as I said also, I did not sleep the night before this. So I'm busting my ass here, running on no sleep, just trying to get it done. So while I keep saying I didn't get enough sleep, I'm obviously not thinking right. So try to take it a little bit easy on me. And as you guys probably noticed, I did have to resort to using sunglasses as my safety glasses, which really didn't help at all. I still got a bunch of shit in my eyes beforehand and even during wearing those sunglasses. But it also made it hard to see. As you guys can see, I had to take them off because I really couldn't see much of what was going on at all because they were so dark and it's overcast and cloudy out and everything anyways. So it made it really hard to see exactly what I'm doing. But I guess it protected me from some of the bigger stuff flying into my eyes. One thing I really wish I thought about before I got started doing this, I really wish that I had tried maybe driving my truck forward, backing up and slamming on the brakes hard to maybe get the leaves to slide out that way. I didn't think about it. Like I said, once again, I'm going to say it again. I didn't sleep that much, so I wasn't thinking straight. I wasn't thinking right at all. All I was thinking is, that's a shit ton of leaves in the bed of my truck. It adds a lot of weight. I'm trying to beat the rain, and I just want to go home and go to sleep. But if I would have backed up and hit the brakes hard, it might have slid out. It might not have, you know, who really knows? But maybe I'll try that in a later video. Maybe we'll remake this video and I'll see what I probably should have done, right? So let this video be a learning experience for all of us here. And don't be an idiot like I am. And don't dump just a bunch of leaves in the bed of your truck thinking it's going to be easy to get out without some kind of method to get it out. I'm going to say it again, I highly recommend using the truck bed unloaders. I got mine from Harbor Freight. It was 40 bucks. And I promise you it was the best $40 I've ever spent. Now, I have not used it on this many leaves or this heavy, this amount of weight of leaves, whatever I just tried saying there. I did not use it for this amount of leaves. And I didn't use it on wet leaves. I've used it on maybe half of this amount of leaves, as well as like doing my dethatching, collecting the thatch grass, and just regular grass clippings and stuff is what I have used it on. But I would like to try it out with some weight to it like this. So like I said, the next leaf cleanup I do, and from now on you guys are going to see that truck bed unloader will always be on my truck just about when it comes time to doing these cleanups. Because man, I could have saved myself so much humiliation, so much time, and just so much back-breaking labor had I just had it on it. But who knows, maybe this weight on it would have been too much weight and it wouldn't have been able to unload it. I think it would have been a really good test. I really wished I had it. But like I keep saying, you guys will see that in the next video or in another upcoming video. Maybe we'll recreate this. I really wish I was able to take my truck across a scale, because I would really like to know how much weight was in the bed of that truck. I know it made a big difference when I was coming back from the job yesterday with all that weight in the bed of my truck, plus my trailer, plus my zero turn, plus the cyclone rake. And as I mentioned before, the cyclone rake was full of wet, mulched up leaves, just like they were right there. It was full of them. So I would really like to know what the weight of it was, because man, did it make a difference for my little half-ton truck. But now, as you guys can see, almost 15, 16, 17 minutes later, I finally got all the leaves out for the most part. Now I'm just getting in the bed of the truck, doing one last blowout and trying to clean it all out and get it out of you know, the little nicks and crannies in there. I try to keep the truck bed as clean as I possibly can, or at least I don't like to have a bunch of dirt and a bunch of leaves flying around and stuff as I'm driving down the road. So anyways, there you guys got to see. I finally got it cleaned up, and now you guys can watch me. I was just so ready to get out of there. I'm just throwing shit in the bed of my truck. I don't even care how it goes. I don't even roll this tarp up or fold it up. I just throw it in the bed of the truck and throw the pallet on it and call it good. Now, one other thing I did here that I probably didn't have to do is, you guys are going to see, I'm going to pull my truck forward, and then I'm actually going to take my blower and I'm going to blow all around the sides, because as you guys can imagine with that wind, I mean, it blew leaves all over the front of my truck, all over the roof, as well as all over the parking lot there. Now, I know I'm at a leaf yard waste dump. I still like to clean it up a bit and make it not look like I just came in there and threw a bunch of stuff, and I'm sure the workers probably appreciated that. And it wasn't that bad, but you guys kind of get what I'm saying. It was kind of like a dusting of leaves all around that area there, all out in the driveway. So I cleaned it up a good bit and at least got it closer to the dump pile there anyways. So there you guys got to see. I know it. I'm an idiot. I know I should have, there's probably a million different things I should have done differently there, cleaning those out. And like I keep saying, the main thing I should have just done differently is, one, prepare for the worst when I went to the job anyways. That, you know, if I think it's an easy job, it's not going to be an easy job. And obviously have my truck bed unloader of some sort on the bed to easily get it cleaned out, or at least have some kind of method where I could have pulled it all out maybe in one shot and just been done or whatever. So I highly recommend people, you know, use that noggin up here, use that brain of yours when you're doing jobs. Try to figure out the most efficient way. Don't be like me and be a knucklehead and just run on no sleep, because it'll cost you in the long run. So comment below if you guys have ever done anything just idiotic like that. You know, have you done anything embarrassing that should have been an easy fix or an easy job or something like that? Or I also want to know, have you guys ever went and gone to a job and expected it to be much easier than what it turned out to be? Let me know in the comments below. Try not to beat me up too bad. Like I said, I know I'm an idiot doing it, but try not to beat me up too bad. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, y'all.